But if you want to stay, you're more than welcome. And maybe you should, because we're about to enter the mobility category of the Spring 50 Startup Challenge. The rules remain the same. Each contestant will have 3 minutes to convince our jury. And to kick off this category, we are about to hear from a startup that know how to get media attention, actually. You might have already seen it on TV or at the CES lab in Las Vegas. It's supported by the DRAI X Innovation Center, the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center of the École Polytechnique. Its products seem to come out straight of an anime or a comic book, and I, for one, cannot wait to actually have it. But I'll let Mohamed Soliman, the CEO of AtmosGear, let you know all about it in just 1 second, because obviously he has to wear the product. Because you're going to see the product is pretty cool. Mohamed, are you ready? All right, then you're up. I don't want to spoil your entry. You have 3 minutes to talk about it, and they start 3, 2. That's pitching with a handicap. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. So AtmosGear is a project that focuses on sports and micromobility. A few years ago, we made a glaring and obvious observation. You have so many skaters around the world, 50 million, and yet I'm sure that you've never seen someone going to work with their skates. Why? Because it costs too much energy, people are afraid to fall, and you don't know how to brake. My name is Mido. I'm a 25-year-old inline skater who decided to become an engineer to invent AtmosGear, the world's first electric skates. So how does it work? You have 3 wheels, just like a normal free skate, and the motorized wheel is in the middle. It's the smallest and most powerful hub motor ever designed for inline skates. You control it using a small remote control, just like this one. You can accelerate, go up to 25 km/h, but you can also brake. This way, you're not afraid of falling anymore. You have 20-kilometer range, and you can also skate with them normally, so you can recharge while you skate. So it's active mobility. We have a team of 4 young, talented people. We have a mechanical engineer who has 6 years experience in industrialization, a brand director, and a community manager who's been working with the best of the best, like you can see in the entertainment, and myself, Mido. I worked half of my life on this project. So our electric skates are designed, tested, and assembled in France by our own team. And every single part of our skates are custom-made and manufactured with our subcontractors. We sell 3 different products on our website right now, AtmosGear.com. So it's B2C business model. We have the electrifying kit for people who already have their skates. You can add a complete boot if you want to get comfortable, or you can add the dupe boot, which allows you to keep your shoes on for daily traveling. We also have, of course, upsell and spare parts. So because you're going to need, some new wheels that you can also get on our website. About the market, so obviously the electric skates is a new market at the merge of 2 markets that you know well, the inline skate industry and the micromobility. And our goal is to reach 20% penetration of this new market to be leader, which is a market of $500 million just right now that we could get. We only have 3 competitors in the world. So when I tell you it's a new market, I'm not joking. You have 3 competitors, and AtmosGear are the only electric skates with brand recognition. We go to many sports events. Our skates can be used like normal skates. So as you can see, I didn't even put the battery on, but I can still skate even when battery is off. And we have an organic growth. I never paid a penny to get to the customers to know us and to increase the growth of our startup. And right now, we sold more than 300 pairs online. All is bootstrapped, and we're going to deliver the 500 first pairs this summer. For 2024, we plan on making 3,000 pairs to open the biggest market, which is the US market, and 2025, 10,000 pairs to assess our position as leaders. We bootstrapped our way through here, almost 400,000 euros bootstrapped on my own, with my team, with this project, just to be here today. And we were able to make a partnership with 2 of 3 leaders from the inline skate industry, and right now we're raising 1 million euros. You might be wondering why we're raising that much money. It's very simple. Right now, we need to make our stock. As you can see, you had more than 3,000 people that went all the way to the shopping cart and didn't get to buy the skates. Why? Because the shipping delay was too long. It was 6 months. So this time, we want to get our stock before we sell it, and we already know that we're able to sell more than 3,000. Thank you, people, for your time.
Yeah, I can't let you go over that. Thank you very much. I mean, you do get more time because you're pitching on skates, which is adding difficulty to difficulty, but that's unfortunately the only amount of... Right, he builds the skate. He doesn't necessarily rides them super well. And now he's zooming off. After our next contestant actually just pitched in front of American investors just a few days ago. So it's time for WattzHub to deliver its pitch to the Paris-Saclay Spring audience to share his electric mobility operator technology. You'll see that it has a few solutions up its sleeves to solve all issues related to recharging electrical vehicles. So here is its CEO, Sasan, who has 3 minutes and no skates, which is very reassuring given how high this stage is. You can either pitch from here, sir, or you can pitch from there. It's entirely up to you. All right, this works. You have 3 minutes that start in 3. In 3, 2, 1, you're up.
WattzHub is an e-mobility service for offering total solution in 32 European countries and making the energy transition experience easier. To combat the climate change, the massive deployment of electric vehicles has been the major focus for energy transition. WattzHub already launched 3 solutions, and we plan to launch 2 new solutions. 9 years ago, I worked for GARBISO, a platform for e-mobility in European countries, and I realized that there is a challenge to support the new players in the industry. 3 years ago, I started my own company, and my new company is to respond to these new actors and response to the issues as access control, payment, support, and monetization of the charging. To manage the system, we've developed 3 solutions. One is for charging point administration. The second is for access to 300,000 charge points in European countries. And the last one is to EV24 is for supporting the users in European countries, based on intelligence artificial. Now the question is, do we have the adequate infrastructure to respond to all the needs? The response is no. So we need the new infrastructure to deploy the new solution. We plan to run the new solution by our partners, EDF France. It's based on smart charging. Smart charging is to run this solution to provide the access of all the energy we need based on battery in the electric vehicles. So for us, for our project, we need to raise up 5 million euros to run 30 stations based on EV charging. And we need to have the capital venture for joint our company. We aim to have 10 million euros net incoming in 5 years. Our team is, WattzHub is run by my colleague Sahbi, who's here, and myself 3 years ago. And now we have 11 subcontractors and employees in the company. And we have based in Saclay, and so we joined EDF Labs very currently. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was right on time. Next up is a startup supported by the DryX Innovation Center and Institut Videcom Mobilab. This contestant is dedicated to help decision makers by providing accurate data to help boost sustainable and innovative mobility. Here is Floware's CEO, Julian GARBISO, who's about to come onto the stage. Julian, the rules are the rules for everyone, even those who wear skates, and you don't, so that's good. You have 3 minutes to convince our jury, and the 3 minutes will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi. I hope you had a nice trip coming here this morning. And sorry, okay. And I hope it didn't look like this, or this, or perhaps like this. Every year in France, decision makers have to spend roughly 20 billion euros trying to improve mobility. But the process is quite complex. They have to meet data collectors, mobility modeling agencies, design offices, consultants, and we still find ourselves back in a traffic jam. The decision-making process would be so much easier if we didn't have this slotted and inefficient market where there is no communication between its parts. This is why we have created Floware, a chain of hardware and software to help strategic decision-making in mobility use cases. We make our own sensors that can produce the most complete data in the market. And with this data, we create a mobility model that can be used in simulations to evaluate infrastructure plans or mobility policies. Our strategy autopilot will command the whole chain that will eventually allow us to scale by automatizing even more every use case that we deal with. Our POC took place a few months ago. In this first mission, in this first use case, we helped the EPA Paris-Saclay to update their mobility model by focusing on origin-destination, multimodal mobility information, focusing on cars, bikes, buses, and pedestrians. The success of this POC led us to our first mission for a new use case starting this month. In every use case we work on, we focus on creating standardized procedures and software models that can be reused, focusing on long-term full automation. We have the perfect match of skills to take this project on. I, Julian GARBISO, CEO, I'm a PhD from Telecom Paris, and I have several years of experience as a research project manager in national and European projects. Mathieu Lafarge, CBO, is a civil engineer from ESTP, and he's also an urbanist of Sciences Po, formerly the director of strategy of one of the greatest urban communities in France. We are incubated at École Polytechnique, and we are a spin-off of Videcom. We also have excellent mentors in business strategy, technology, and growth. We are currently looking for a 500,000 euro equity funding for accelerating the launch in the French market, and it will be followed by a 2 million euro mixed funding round to help us accelerate on automation and standardization of our chain that will allow us to become a major European player of mobility data. Help us make Floware become the next European leader in mobility data technologies. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for that. And in the name of all Ligne 13 users, anything that can help is greatly appreciated. Anyone who's ever been stuck on an electric scooter knows that one of the trickiest aspects of e-mobility is managing the battery and its autonomy. And next up is a startup that wants to help mobility fleet operators manage their battery fleet. It's supported by ITM Starter, the incubator of Telecom Paris, and HEUZÉ eLab. Here to tell us more about BiB-Batteries is its co-founder, Valentin HEUZÉ. Valentin, you have 3 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1, Europe.
In a time of transport electrification, lithium battery can represent economic and ecological challenges. Yet, demand for batteries is expected to grow by 6 times by 2030, and batteries account for close to 60% of fleets' operating costs and 40% of their carbon emissions. To meet this challenge with 1.2 million end-of-life batteries in 2024 in Europe, BiB-Batteries has a role to play, bringing circular economy to the whole value chain of batteries. In this regard, BiB has built relationships with many local partners. In addition to the decision tree, we are able to propose the best solution to fleet managers economically and environmentally at each step of the battery life cycle. The main solution is the repair of batteries. The main solution is the repair of batteries. This is the cheapest and most ecological one when the battery has a minor damage like broken connections or defective cells. The second option is the reuse of batteries. When a battery reaches 80% of residual potential, it is disposed of. But there is still 80% of capacity inside, which can be used for another application, like in energy storage system. And the last option is the recycling. This is an energy-consuming process. We want it to be our last step in our circular strategy. In practical terms, BiB has developed a platform based on electric fleet data to give access to an operational and financial dashboard with an overall health status of the fleet and predictive maintenance, an individual battery passport with the whole history of a battery with cycles of charges, issues, and actions to be taken, and a full logistic assistance during the whole life cycle of batteries. As a result, our solution doubles the lifespan of batteries, halves their carbon impact, and reduces battery maintenance costs by 20%. We are currently monitoring 10,000 batteries and have allowed 1,000 to be reused in second life application. We are ready to grow significantly to spread our solution over the entire mobility market and more. BiB has been founded a year and a half ago. We are now 7 in the team, based in Paris. Make the best choice for your batteries and join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and you're even in advance. Thank you. You can give that and all of that back there in the coulisses, backstage, right, backstage. Our last startup in this category is incubated by 21st Centrale Supélec and Agro Paris Tech incubator and the HEUZÉ incubator. It's called Loewi, and it wants to give a second life to e-bikes. A few days ago, actually, it raised 1 million euros, and to give you this 1 million euro pitch, here is the co-founder of Loewi, Tanguy Lestonnet. Tanguy, once you're on stage, you'll have 3 minutes, the stage right there, the blue one, whichever way you'd like. And in 3, 2, 1, 3 minutes.
All right, everyone. Hello, my name is Tanguy, and today I'll be pitching you Loewi, the full-stack B2B e-bike refurbisher that will shake up mobility. We have a vision at Loewi that electric bike is the best ally for a greener mobility. And in order to do our mission with our beloved partners, marketplaces, and B2B actors, we have this mission to widen the user access to e-bikes via the second-hand market. Just a quick recap, but I think everyone knows about the electric bike market. It's now changing the way we move in our cities. There's more than 25 millions of e-bikes in circulation in Europe. Only 5 million of them have been sold in 2023, but less than 1% of them are sold as refurbished on the market. So we need to change that. And there is also current pain points that are still blocking B2Bs to resell their e-bikes. They do not know about the price. They do not know where to resell their e-bikes yet. I'm talking about fleet owners, I'm talking about leasers, I'm talking about financiers of fleets. And they need to find a way in order to resell their bikes, but there's only C2C's platform over the market. And the prices, they do not know how to price their e-bikes as secondhand, plus trust, they need to resell their bikes as guaranteed. So we need an actor like Loewi, a full-stack refurbisher that can take all those B2B's e-bikes through different sourcing platforms that we made, then refurbish them in-house in Saint-Denis, in our warehouse, and redistribute them throughout B2C's marketplaces, such as Decathlon, Alltricks, Cdiscount, Refurb, Back Market, and stuff. We are already a key player in the bike refurbishment industry with more than 500 e-bikes refurbished at time. We're planning to refurbish 1,500 for next year. 400K's revenue in less than 1 year, with only 90K's invested thanks to Centrale Supélec and this huge, strong distribution partnerships with Decathlon, Back Market, and Co. We raised 1 million, as you said, with Antler, Satgana, and Centrale. We are now a team of 8, and we want to double that team across the year in order to become one of the main B2B refurbisher in France and after in Europe. Thank you for your attention, and join us.
Thank you very much.